Hey y'all, it's Sierra, aka Capricorn Moon Goddess. I would say that I'm back with another reading, but I don't think I will be doing a reading today. I've been trying to do a reading for like the past 40 minutes and it just has not been happening. And I think the reason why is because I just got some very, it's not harsh news, but I just got some confirmation about something. Um, I can't even fully go into it. I'm definitely going to tell y'all what it is at one point, but I can't right now. And I think I just need to really process the information. So, as I'm sitting here trying to do the reading for you all, the only thing that keeps coming out is stuff that's talking about my situation. So, I'm like, okay. Um, I clearly need to process this and work through the emotions connected to this before I can really just do a reading for anyone else, because like unless everybody in the world is going through what I'm going through or found out something similar to what I just found out, this reading is about me. So I did want to at least come on and give you all some encouraging words, because a lot of the times um you all may not realize that the people that are doing readings, the genuine people that are doing readings or life coaching or getting on here, giving you motivation, this, that, and the other, like the real ones and the ones that are really genuine, we can talk about a lot of the things that we talk about because we've been through so much. We've been through so much. We've experienced so much. We know what it's like to be in the gutter, to be down and out, and then have to pull yourself out of it, and then to be right back in a peak or a valley. Like, we know what it's like for times to be up and down. And so some of us, we not just getting on here just talking out of the sides of our neck. Like, we're talking you through things because we've actually had to work through those things ourselves. So sometimes when we're doing the readings, sensitive information comes out, information about relationships are coming out, secrets are coming out, you're finding out that people are working against you. Not necessarily finding out, because most of this is confirmation. It's things that you've already kind of felt, but you're just getting confirmation from the readings. And sometimes it can be a lot to handle mentally, okay? So just wanted to let y'all know that it is okay to take a break to process your emotions. It is okay to feel your emotions. I always say, don't be afraid to feel your emotions. If you're sad, work through those feelings of feeling sad, because how are you going to get rid of that emotion? How are you going to deal with that? How are you going to let it go if you don't actually deal with it? If you don't actually feel it, it's always going to be within you until you actually process it. And when it comes to healing, another thing that I say, I don't know if we're ever fully healed from certain situations. There are some tragic situations that some of us have gone through that we may not ever fully heal from. I don't know what 100% healed looks like for some situations. For example, I don't know how to say this to get past the logarithm, because we can't say certain words and phrases on here, but I've been I can't even say it. I can't even say it because the logarithms. Like, I feel like you have good and bad days when it comes to certain situations you've been through. There may be some days where you're good and some days where you may want to break down and cry. On those days where you want to break down and cry, if it's safe to do so, it's okay for you to go ahead and do that and process that emotion so you can get it out and focus on other things. So I just want you all to keep going. A lot of the people that get on these platforms are full of BS. A lot of these readers are full of BS. A lot of these motivational speakers are not even practicing what they preach, but there are a lot of us who are on these platforms that are being truthful, that are being genuine, that genuinely want to help people and we have gone through so many things and so many hardships in our lives that we're able to speak from experience. So anytime you see me in a video or reading and I'm giving you some information that may be tough, but I'm telling you, you can get through it, you can make it through it, you will be able to get on the other side of this, you do have better opportunities coming. I'm not just speaking out of the side of my neck. I am dead serious when I say that stuff, because I've been at rock bottom and I've had to pull myself out. I've had to work through betrayals. I've had to work through losing everything and having to build it back up again. I've had to go through so many things, and that's how I can confidently tell you, you can get through whatever it is you're going through. It may be very, very tough. It may be hard. You may go through periods of depression. You may be stressed. You may be tired. You may want to give up. I have made videos talking about how at times I may have suicidal ideation that I've dealt with before in the past. And if it wasn't for my son, I don't know if I could make it through some certain things. And people will tell me when I say that, I'll say, if it wasn't for my son, I don't even know if I want to be here. Like, that's what I would say sometimes when I was going through my very tough times. And people would be like, oh, no, don't say that. Don't say that. And I'm like, it's the truth. That is exactly how I felt. If I didn't have a son, I don't know if I would still be here. But because he's walking this earth, I'm going to be here. I'm never going to do anything to make it to where he doesn't have his mother. People would tell me, don't say that. Don't talk about that. I get where they were coming from, but at the same time, I was expressing exactly how I felt. That's exactly how I felt. That's just how much I was going through. So it's tough when you're talking to other people, especially if you have a personality type like mine, where I'm not really that emotional. I kind of just say stuff to the point. I don't sugarcoat or whatever. People will, oh no, don't say that. Don't think that. And it's like, no, this is my real, raw, uncut feelings right now. And sometimes you may just need people to listen to you. And instead of them listening to you, they are just telling you the normal talking points, like, oh, it'll be okay, it'll be fine, you'll get through this, don't say that. Sometimes you do need somebody to just vent to and listen to you and not try to tell you how to handle your feelings. So you're gonna have to sometimes learn how to process things on your own when people are not able to give you what you're needing as far as being able to vent. Or you will possibly need to get a psychologist. I'm not one of those readers or life coaches that's against actual counseling, going to an actual psychologist. So I just want y'all to keep going. I just want y'all to know that a lot of us have gone through a lot, and we're getting on these platforms and we open ourselves up. We tell you about our lives. We tell you about the things we've gone through, and we're giving you encouragement. And the reason why we're able to do that is because we've been there and done that. Probably 2 or 3 times we've been there and done that. Okay. Life isn't always smooth sailing, but that doesn't mean that it's over. Just because you hit a bump in the road, it's not over for you. My grandmother always says, as long as there's life, there's hope. As long as you're still breathing, as long as you're alive, there's hope. And I understand that sometimes we don't feel that at all. Like, yeah, that sounds great that people say that, but I don't feel like that. I feel like my back is against the wall all the time. I feel like everything is always working against me. I feel like I get right to the finish line and then something yanks me back. Like, I know what that feels like. And this is where affirmations may come in, where you're having to listen to affirmations, write affirmations, listen to certain frequencies and things like that, because it has been scientifically shown that those things do help our subconscious minds. So it helps us to kind of get back into the space of feeling hopeful again. And it's something that you may have to do over a period of days or a week or a couple weeks or even a month. But if you are consistent with positive self-talk, so learning how to rewire the way that you think and the way that you speak, instead of speaking in present day, like everything's always against me. Like maybe don't say that. Maybe say, yeah, I do recognize in the past I felt like things were always working against me, but that's not how it is today. Things are working in my favor right now. Like you have to kind of change the way that you speak and trick your subconscious into thinking that everything is all good. And if you believe in manifestation, you know we manifest from our conscious and subconscious. So by you retraining your subconscious mind to think everything is all good, you're going to start to see that actually actualize in your life, which I will probably have to do another video going into that in more detail. But I just want y'all to keep going. I'm not going to be able to do a reading today. I tried, and I have too much that I need to process. So you need to be able to recognize when you need a break. I know a lot of us have money to make, bills to pay, and things to take care of. But we also need to be able to take a break. We also need self-care. And if you need to take a break and you're able to do so, it's okay to do that. You don't have to feel like you have to work 24/7. Because what happens is if you don't do it, you'll be forced to do it because you end up getting sick or things just start going wrong all the time. Like I've been trying to do a reading for 40 minutes and the messages keep coming up talking directly to me, not talking to y'all. So it's like, okay, I need to work through my own emotions. I did just find out some crazy information. So why am I sitting here trying to do a reading to tell y'all what's going on instead of processing the information I just found out? Maybe I'm over here trying to avoid my emotions. I don't know. So sometimes you got to just sit in your own emotions. You might be that friend that everybody calls when they need help. And you might just have to stop answering your phone for a little bit and deal with your own emotions. Maybe you can't be that friend that somebody gonna call and talk to for 5 hours today because you got your own stuff to deal with today, and that's fine. You don't gotta answer the phone every time people call. You don't gotta come to people's rescue every time. Like I have so many people that are moving to Texas from other states that I know, like, and of course, you know, they get here and they're like, hey, I'm in Texas now, let's link up, this and that. Like everybody's coming at the same time, it seems like. But I'm in a situation where I'm finding out a whole lot of information that I need to process. So I'm not able to fully be like, yeah, let's meet up. I'm glad you're here, this and that. I've been feeling real guilty about that. Like, dang, I'm not even able to be the friend I need to be right now. People might think I'm avoiding them, this and that. And they gonna be all right. They gonna be all right. Once I can process all of the stuff I'm dealing with, I will be able to get back with them and chill, and we can hang out and have fun. If they have a problem with me needing space and time to deal with what I have to deal with, they aren't a friend anyways, okay? So, you know, you might have to be MIA for a little bit while you're working on you. There's some of us that we are the friend that everyone else goes to. We are the family member that everyone else goes to, but we don't have a friend or a family member that we can really rely on when we're going through something heavy, and we just have to go into hermit mode and deal with it ourselves and shut the world out. If you have to do that, don't feel bad. Whoever is meant to be in your life will be in your life. Now, I'm not telling you to ghost people. If you're in a relationship, I'm definitely not telling you to ghost somebody. Because that's not cool for you to just go missing and people don't know what's going on. And because I've had people do that to me in relationships where they just go missing because whenever they go through something harsh, they just want to deal with it by themselves, which is understandable. But you, in a relationship, you need to tell somebody like, hey, I need some time to myself. But what I'm saying is it's okay to kind of withdraw when you need to withdraw. You might have some projects, some creative projects that you're trying to work on, and you got deadlines. You want to get stuff done by a certain amount of time, and it's time for you to take a break. And when you come back to it, it's going to be even better because you're going to be more energized and you're going to have fresher ideas, and you may even have a better way of doing it. That's why I have so many projects that I've started, and I stopped, but it wasn't because I didn't have the discipline to see it through. It's because it wasn't the right time for me to finish it. And then when I went back after taking a break and I started working on it again, it came out even better than ever. A lot of creative people, we have a lot of projects that we've started, but it takes a while for us to actually finish it, because it's better when you don't rush. It's better when you don't rush things, and it's better when you're doing something when you're in your best energy. Some certain things are even okay to do when you're not in your best energy, especially if you know how to transmute energy, but we're not even finna go there right now. But yeah, so I won't be doing a reading today, but I did want to come on here and let y'all know that I tried, and I got some things I need to process myself. And it's okay for you to take a break if you need to process emotions. You can take a break from people. You can take a break from work if you can afford to do it, if you have the resources to do it. Even if you can't afford to do it, sometimes you'll be forced to do it anyways by the divine, but they'll provide a way for you to still make it, for you to still be able to pay your bills and this and that. I've definitely been forced to sit down from work because I didn't want to listen. So you don't want to get in a situation where you're being forced to take a break by your higher power because you knew you were supposed to and you just weren't listening and you wasn't doing it. So it's okay to take a break. It's okay to feel your emotions. It's okay to process your emotions. Go through all the stages of grief and all of that, okay? You don't have to show up for everybody every single day. Sometimes you need to show up for yourself. And sometimes that looks like withdrawing for a little bit and then popping back out once you have it together. So that's all I have for y'all. Hopefully this wasn't all over the place. I'm kind of all over the place right now because, like I said, mind-blowing information. But see, when you go looking for information and you doing readings and this and that, just know you're going to get the information. So if you're looking for the truth, be prepared for the truth. Okay, that's all I got to say. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope y'all have a great day. Toodles.